Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Deepvue tutorial. Today we'll be covering a few data points that allow you to determine whether the volume at any given time during the trading day is running above or below the norm at that given time. And these data points are either our relative volume on a 20-day or 50-day basis, or the run rates data point on, once again, either a 20-day or 50-day basis. And these essentially are the same data point, just different visualizations and representations of that same point in time relative volume. So starting with the RV 20-day, and as I mentioned, we also have a 50-day variant. This represents a factor of the average volume at that point in time. So first, looking at the relative volume 20-day, you can see that for this stock AI, the relative volume was 5.92 times the average value at that point in time, which is right now after the close. I'm recording this after the close here. So the normal value here would be 1. Anything less than 1 indicates that volume was below average at this point in time. Anything above 1 indicates it's above average. And you can see we've also got a purple dot here over on the left-hand side, which basically shows up when the relative volume for this time frame, which in this case is 20 days, is greater than 1.5 times the normal. So you can see a few examples down here. Here we've got 1.31. You don't see the purple dot here, although this is 31% higher than the normal at this point in time. And I do want to emphasize that this doesn't just update at the end of the day. This is real time during the trading day, right when the bell strikes and the market opens. You can see basically what the relative volume is at that point in time compared to that same point in time, and the average of that same point in time over the time frame, either 20 days or 50 days. Now moving over to the run rate data point, you can see it's slightly different. This is a percentage representation. So in this case, 100% would be right on the average. Anything below that is grayed out to be a quick visual indicator that it's below average. Anything above 100 is in blue. And you can see here we've got 591% run rate here, which is the equivalent of 5.92 times that average. So it's just basically a percentage representation of this same value. So you basically use whichever method works best for you. I personally like the run rate representation. And in order to add this to your data column set, what you want to do is click the column settings gear icon and either search relative volume. And you can see you've got both the 20-day and 50-day variation. This would open up this folder right here, and you can check it and add it to your column set. We'll also add the 50-day here. You can see it's automatically added over here on the left-hand side, and you can see that this value is slightly different just because it's comparing this one over the past 20 days and this one to the past 50 days. So they will give a different result. Another way to go ahead and find it would just be to scroll through here. And in order to find the run rate variation, you'd go ahead and type in run rate. And once again, you have both the 20-day and 50-day variations that you can go ahead and check and add to your data column set. And it would be the same process for using this data point in a screen, which is very helpful to find stocks moving on above average volume early on in the day or after the close if you want to look for stocks that made moves on high volume. So that's a quick run through of the relative volume and run rate data points here in Deepvue, both the 20-day and 50-day variations. Let us know if you have any questions down below, and I'll see you guys in future tutorials. Take care.